Hey, this is Hill and Arthur, and we are here from the E3 show floor taking a look at the awesome new Mass Effect 3 reveal trailer. Shows a lot of great detail in it.
And so here we have Alliance Navy ships.
So if you back up, you can clearly see the Alliance symbol. If you ever notice with Alliance ships, like sometimes they'll have like an Earth symbol or a different planet symbol. We're assuming from the stars that this is sort of like a Navy ship that kind of just travels the galaxy.
Right, and these could even be from the Normandy because the Alliance repurposes the Normandy in Mass Effect 3. They take it away from Shepard.
And now you're going to see a big Reaper on the ground. So we know part of the story is that Earth is being attacked by Reapers. We assume that might be part of this scene right now. And these are the big uglies that this isn't like some final boss fight. There's a lot of Reapers apparently that you're going to be fighting.
This actually looks like some kind of cross between a Reaper and Geth. It's using the same kind of lasers that the Geth are using in Mass Effect 2.
Exactly. So, and this is Mass Effect 3 is going to reveal kind of the real history of the Reapers and what it means. So it could actually tie the Reapers to the Geth maybe.
And here we have the Omniblade.
That's the new Omniblade. Now in the game, we don't think it actually has the EA or BioWare logos, but this is your new melee tool. And if you go back, so part of Mass Effect 3, right, is that it's going to be more dangerous, harder enemies. You got giant Reapers, and here you've got coming in. If you go forward, this is an Atlas. This is, you can see the Cerberus symbol on the arm. This is one of the heavy mech troops for Cerberus.
Right. And I believe you were telling me that if you take out that pilot, much like weapons in the game, you can actually use this mech against the enemies you face.
That is very true.
And here we have Shepard ducking and rolling into cover, which is totally new. The cover in the game has been totally revamped.
Yeah, it's no longer a slow move and pop and shoot kind of game. It's meant as more of like a action-y game. So there's a lot of cool stuff like that. We'll show more of the combat as we go through the trailer.
And here we've got the redone Normandy. Actually, like I said, the Alliance actually took the Normandy away from Shepard, took it apart and rebuilt it so it looks different than it did in Mass Effect 2. Let's see, we've got Shepard at a turret.
And actually, if you go back, we didn't even talk about this yet, but I'm not sure if you can actually guess what city that might be on Earth. But you know, I would. There's a giant Reaper crashing in to a pair of towers, and they're on a waterfront. I mean, I would hazard to guess that this could actually be Manhattan. That this could be sort of like a futuristic reborn Twin Towers with a Reaper coming down on it. I mean, it is on the waterfront. You could very well be sitting in New Jersey looking out at the Twin Towers. Just a possible guess.
Regardless of where it is, it's going to be a major city like they showed London in the original Unveiled trailer. So again, turrets.
So news turrets. You can get behind turrets, and you're actually moving along in the turret. Kind of looks cool, and fighting this big ass Reaper.
In an on-rails shooting sequence in a Mass Effect game. That is not something I expected from Mass Effect 3.
No, it seems like they're going all out, and this is something that you might not have picked up on, but troopers now can actually like come down on jump jets, so guys won't just be kind of popping out of nowhere. They'll actually be coming from up top, even crawling up from the ground and for the husks and stuff.
Which is why the new combat mechanics actually are so important, because you'll be forced to use them. Enemies will come in a lot closer than they did before. Grenades, you have actual egg-shaped grenades that blow up like normal grenades. You're not throwing frisbees.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, grenades were taken out completely in Mass Effect 2. Now they're back as real grenades. And here's an example of upgraded biotics, right?
Yeah, this is Warp, I think?
It looks like Warp, except he's actually targeting multiple enemies for the first time.
Right.
So basically, during the game, you'll actually be able to earn upgrades for your familiar biotics, but in this one, it appears like Warp will actually target multiple people, and
right, and there's branching paths for biotics now, so that they're not, I don't think the plan is to Metroid you at the beginning of the game like they had before, so they're adding completely new upgrade paths for you. He's fighting Geth.
Yeah, and then you see a Husk, and if you remember the Husk from the second game, were basically slow-moving zombies. This dude is running.
He's like a 28 Days Later or I Am Legend kind of zombie. Here we've got Colonel Anderson, or Captain Anderson, right? Captain
One
Anderson?
or the other.
One of those. The guy what captained your ship in the first game and was the ambassador in the second game if you made the right choice.
He's actually a squad mate now. He's able to be taken down to planet side and help you fight. And then this looks like some kind of maybe Geth dropship.
Yeah.
And as you pull in, you'll actually see that there's a Geth flying this thing. And we're not sure. Maybe that's Legion. We're
We're pretty sure it's Legion because if you look at the chest, it's kind of screwed up.
Yeah.
So this could be a sequence where Legion steals a Geth dropship and you're using it to get out of where you are.
Or perhaps you've allied with the Geth.
That could be. We have a quick appearance from Liara right there, who's once again on your side, and the events of the Shadow Broker are considered to have happened. If you didn't play the DLC, you should before the game comes out.
And also we should say that whatever love interest stuff you've had going on in the first 2 games is going to also be resolved in this game, so you may very well have hooked up with Liara, and then in the second game you might have hooked up with somebody else. Those 2 ladies will be fighting over you.
That could be bad. So here we're also seeing a new thing that they haven't really talked about with us before, which is the ability to pull enemies over cover with a melee attack for an instant kill. The Omniblade instant kill is something that we've seen before, and it's awesome, but this is a new application of it that we haven't seen before.
And regardless of your class, everybody has the Omni Blade available to them.
Well, or they have their own specific melee attacks. I
Right.
think the Engineer has some kind of flame blade, and Adepts have a psionic blade. Here we have Cerberus operatives using shields.
So as you can imagine, you can use biotics to lift up the shields, or you could have party members go and flank these guys, but the point is that enemies are going to be a lot tougher than what you faced in Mass Effect 2.
And if enemies ever got up this close in Mass Effect 2, you would crap yourself because you'd be basically screwed. So it's nice to see that change of pace.
This is clearly an Alliance Navy soldier, and who do we think this might be?
We think it's the sniper from the reveal trailer shown at the VGAs last year because he's got the same sort of camouflage pattern on his uniform. He's a sniper. It seems like they're focusing an awful lot on him, so he could be a party member.
Exactly, and I mean he was narrating the trailer, so that makes a lot of sense. And this is a very frightening idea.
Right.
This could very well be a Krogan husk. So imagine evil, angry zombie creature that is Krogan.
And BioWare has confirmed that the other races will be husks in this game, so we'll be seeing Solarian husks, Krogan husks, stuff like that. And here we have Singularity, which looks like an upgraded Singularity path.
Yep, and then you can see it looks like you still have the ice ammo. Freeze these guys and then use your Omni Blade and actually just make them explode.
Which is awesome. And here we have Shepard running along the leg of a Reaper, which is Hill's favorite part of the trailer.
This is amazing. Are you kidding me? I get to run up the leg of a Reaper? That excites me so much.
And now we've got the Normandy airstrike in a Reaper hole, of all places. I'm not sure what it's doing down there.
Because the Reaper will come out, and then we actually flash back to what we think is probably going to be the beginning of the game. So Shepard is on trial on Earth, and all of these Reapers decide, hey, we're coming to Earth too for a party. Maybe they're trying to break him out of his cell. We don't know.
They've got to do something pretty extreme to trump the opening from the last game, and this would be a pretty good way to do that.
Yeah, those are not meteorites. Those are actual Reapers all coming down and crashing onto Earth. And then, of course, the most exciting thing of all in the trailer, a release date. Mass Effect 3 coming out March 6, 2012. It will be a long wait, but one that should be well worth it. So that is a kind of a quick, dirty look at the amazing Mass Effect 3. Definitely stick tuned to IGN.com as we'll be having way more on Mass Effect 3 throughout the year.